There they are, there, BA.
Addiction and your shelves are overflowing.
Hold tight.
When you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out. Just sit right back, just relax and watch and listen. The Toy Duo team brings you what you need. The toy news you didn't know you needed. Action figures, TV news, all the pop culture you can handle
I love it when a plan comes together. What?
on your shelf.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the Toy Duo team. We're going to be talking about action figures. Rewind the... Eric looks really blurry to me.
Yeah,
I know I didn't bring my glasses, but...
He does. Yeah, no, he does.
Okay. So
Wait, I'm showing up as blurry?
yeah, maybe you're...
Oh, yeah.
Now you're-
Yeah.
Oh, there, you're clearing up. Maybe it was like your internet was slowing down or
There
something.
you go. Yeah, that's better.
It kind of looked like you were driving, putting up decorations, and feeding ducks all at the same time. For just
I wasn't sure that, like, yeah, like maybe it was like trying to the team name on your hat.
The Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh, so we don't see the A at the end.
Yeah,
So
who?
Indiana #1.
yeah, okay. Anyways, we're talking about action
Sorry.
figures, toys, whatever. What I said, whatever.
Sure.
I did think that we might talk about like how discount seems like it's becoming the new retail. Dan was reminding me we've had this conversation before about discount action figures, but I think we could do it. I mean, like we can have that kind of discussion. Otherwise, we're going to be done in like 10
Well,
minutes.
I think it's interesting to talk about how much stuff, like looking at online at pictures from around the country. I mean, a lot of places a lot of regions are getting different items because there's some of that stuff I haven't seen down here. And like I was talking with, I don't remember if it was Dino or Gary, but whoever I was talking to was someone was saying in their area they didn't see, but they're seeing these other things. And so it's like the amount of stuff and seeing like that one guy that put up a picture of like 10 Triptychons, and those were like $200 Transformers, and they're marked at like $40 or something.
So I saw the Ross price tag on that, and they're over $100 even at Ross. I'm skeptical of that picture because there was that little flying ship that was a Hasbro, but I have seen pictures that Starduster, which is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, Joe has shown up at Ross. So I'm not denying that maybe like Pulse exclusive figures could end up at Ross or other discount retailers or whatever. It's just weird to me to think that like they all showed up at once, but I can see if they're not selling out on their site. But if it seemed like it was sold out at once, that's the part that makes
so
me
I don't know. I haven't seen any of that stuff down by me, but I didn't go this last week because I've been kind of feeling a little under the weather. So, but
all right, so I go kind of first thing in the morning if I'm off. Like if I'm not off, I don't bother going in the afternoon because I figure like everybody's in there already grabbing the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the last couple of videos I made, I was in there. Well, the one I made a few days ago, I went in at like 8:30 because that's their normal start time, and I got there like about 5 minutes before they opened, and I'm watching people walk in. And I'm like, oh, they must have opened early. Then I realized that Ross is opening at 7 a.m. now.
Oh, wow.
For the holidays, and they're open till 11. So I went a little bit earlier this time and actually was able to like see stuff on the shelves, and it looked like a lot of stuff had just got put out. Right. And then I talked to some people that were in the store looking at action figures and stuff like that. And they were telling me what was there like 2 days ago. Like, so I missed stuff just because you got to go like every day. You get there at the right time.
Well, I know that I don't know about other stores around the country, but my particular stores, the 2 or 3 that are near me, generally, like if you go there when they open, there'll be nothing. But if you go there at 10 a.m., that's when they're putting stuff out. I see the people with the carts, those tall rack carts, and they're out there putting everything out. So for me, it's like 10 a.m. is the best time to go, and I can hit like 3 stores and they're usually like putting stuff out at each of them when I get there.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty
Or
good.
I can look at the racks as they pull them out of the back room and go, "Can I grab that one?" You know,
but in my area, they are doing this thing where they're like, they have people come in before the store opens now. Like, you know what I mean? Like like in the summer and spring, they don't necessarily do that. But at this time, they actually have people showing up a few hours before the store opens.
I got you.
Yeah. So that's kind of a different. Let's say hi to some people in the chat. We got Jonathan Redmond. I think he's saying something about the Indiana there, Eric. You got
I replied.
Yeah, okay. Mr. B. Let's see. You guys. Dean's saying he's driving. David R.
I think Dino's painting his toenails.
Northern Nomads. He's painting his toenails?
Dino said he's painting his toenails.
While driving. Dan had a good idea about like
is he playing with a Rubik's Cube?
Probably fidget spinner or something like that.
Yeah.
He was talking about the holidays coming up. And do you guys have anything like on your Christmas list? And like, I'd like to know from people in the chat too. I mean, like, is there something that like has eluded you or that you're thinking about or that you put off or you secretly bought yourself and you're going to wrap up?
Yeah.
Like Christmas. I mean, like
I'm debating if we're wrapping up one of the things I already showed on a video, but
what's on your Christmas list this year?
Toys.
Anyone?
Dan?
Toys.
Hey, quick question. I made some changes in StreamYard behind the scenes with my camera. Do I look better? Because on my end, it looks crystal clear. Okay.
You look fine. Yeah, you're all right. Yeah.
It was like
cleared itself up right away. Yeah.
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 Damn Comcast.
I haven't told anybody, but I would like if somehow there was a Tiamat, that Super 7 Tiamat showed up, or I've never bought one of those ramen racer cars, and I know there's one in Big Bad Toy Store. Like that would be kind of cool. That just seems pricey now, though.
In stock?
Yeah, it showed inside. It's the one with all the special grill on it and all that kind of stuff. That
the Mad Max
came from Mad.
Yeah.
But you still haven't gotten that? Jeez.
Holy cow. $339.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's expensive. I'm like, and then add $4 for shipping.
Well, but that's the problem. I mean, because they were what, two?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's probably a tariff on it now or something. Plus, they had to pay $50 to ship or whatever.
I would like to get like a really nice like stop motion rig, you know, where they I seen these ones where they're like you clamp them on the side of a desk, then it's got like a bar that goes over the top, then it's got like a piece that hangs down with like the little pinchers or whatever with like the little arms, and so you can make something like walking and just have the one little metal piece stuck to the back of the figure or holding the figure or whatever, and it would be kind of cool to have like a rig or something. But yeah, the rigs that seem like they're sturdy enough to hold up a 6-inch style, one of these style figures is a little bit more expensive. Because I've tried to put one together with the what's that cheap
you mean kind of like build your own?
Yeah, you know, you ever seen these things called helping hands or like for soldering kits?
Yeah.
I've tried to like string a bunch of those little pieces, but they don't.
The things always bend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not sturdy enough. So, do you guys like to shop at like local stores? Are there any local stores that you?
Well, the funny thing is for everything I bought my parents, I did end up buying it online somewhere and had it shipped to me, and then I wrapped it up and put it under the tree for them. They're already under the tree, and then. For myself, I think they bought stuff online again because I made like you know how everything has those wish lists now? So I made a Christmas list at Target, Walmart, Amazon, at Big Bad Toy Store. So then I just sent those lists to my both parents and anybody else who was interested in my family, like my cousin's sending me something. And she was like, where do I find some Yoda stuff that you don't have? So I threw all this Yoda stuff on a list from Amazon, and Big Bad and Entertainment Earth has a lot of Yoda stuff. So I sent her those lists, and she's, you know what I mean? So
I would have thought your answer would have been good luck.
Yeah, good luck. No,
that's almost a challenge at this point to find something you don't have, right?
Yeah. There's plenty of expensive stuff, but there are a few small things that I don't have. But I did even with my cousin, I threw like the $400 Yoda lamp on it. That's all bronze, like the big bronze Yoda lamp, and she just laughed. She said, "One of these things just made me laugh. Like I'm gonna spend that." You know. Like,
did you ever get the statue of the Yoda fountain that they did a few years back?
No, I never got that, but it's still available at some place because I was on the list as well.
I couldn't find it.
It was around 200 and something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think it was around 200 retail. It went on sale at one point, but I think they're all gone. But
yeah, I maybe they are gone by now, but I don't know. I thought I threw.
I'm sure someone's still selling them, even secondhand somewhere. But
and then, but with my dad, he always gives me money. He gives me some money, and he already sent me the money for Christmas, so that's where I bought the carded Bosk from, the original vintage, like Kenner 1982 carded Bosk figure, and that already showed up, and I did a video on it already. So I'm like, should I still wrap it and put it under the tree and just say it's that, Dad? That's what you got me, you know.
by the way, the unfortunately the ship sailed this year with this, but I think it was last weekend. Target had like a 2 or 3 day window where you could get gift cards on sale for 10% off. So you could
saw that.
Yeah.
So like if you shop at Target, you like may as well max that out, even for yourself. But my wife just got a bunch of gift cards for like daycare teachers and family members and whatnot.
They did drop that X amount off of a $25 toy purchase again, though.
Oh yeah. Did you guys talk about that last week? The with what happened with that Mando drop, like that new figure. I've never seen a case where they launch some new figure and Target has it. Like it was that Target exclusive one, and it was on sale. You could get it for like $18. Like,
right.
They actually pulled it and then relisted it, I think this past week or something. But
I was really hoping, Eric, that what you were gonna say was, did you see the stream where they were like struggling to pretend like they were excited about the reveals? Because that's what I thought you were gonna say. I was like, when they showed that Mandalorian, they were like, this is really cool. It's the season 1 Mandalorian, and I really like this outfit, and look, he's got a hand so he can hold the knife, but we didn't want to give him the rifle, which is really only shown when he's in that outfit in the first episode. But man, this is so awesome to get the Mandalorian that we'll never see again, that was only in the first episode.
Well, the first scene, because he did have the rifle when he went back to the Razor Crest.
That's true. I'm just
to prod that. No, I know. I was so out of commission when that stream was happening. I was in the hospital doing blood work. So
I was like, wait a minute, are they really? And then look at these brand new 2-pack of stormtroopers, and this guy's got, look, four knives. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they come out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've noticed though, but I watched. I think some of the TVC guys had a recent interview with the Hasbro team, or at least the one guy, Brandon, from the marketing team, and Chris, the designer manager. So it seems like they actually addressed this. They've had a pretty big shakeup within the team, and that guy Brandon is now seemingly the main like marketing guy for all of Star Wars.
That's
not just
tall guy.
Yeah, not just Black Series. And I think we're in much better hands moving forward with that guy, because he seems to be much more engaged with the various, people in the community than other people in that role were before. So I'm
like
optimistic.
I do like how in the stream he honestly looked like he was pretending to be surprised that Mandalorian had like the new like hand attachments. Like when he was like, "Oh, it does have the roly polies," and I was like,
the ball joint wrists. Yeah.
They call him.
I think he calls him that. Yeah.
And I was like thinking, like, come on, dude, you knew that before the stream started.
Yeah. but still, like I feel pretty encouraged with some of these personnel changes.
Right. Yeah. Jonathan was making fun of this 2 stormtroopers, saying he thought it was one stormtrooper and the other one just had a cloak on him.
Oh, you're talking about the Scar Squadron ones? Oh yeah. I'm actually excited for those, because those are that's a cool, like,
I'm excited to pick those up at Ross next year too.
Oh, well, sure. I'm going to get them because I love reading all the comics, but but yeah, I'm all set for Christmas myself. I indulged a little bit with the Columbia drop this past Thursday.
Oh, that's cool. So the Roosevelts had Tron. Did you pick any of that up?
No, I'm not a huge Tron fan. That jacket was kind of cool, but that sold out.
Yeah, I would have got the hat, but it was a little bit too expensive for me.
What else did they have? They have a bunch of shirts, or
they had and the light cycles racing around.
Yeah.
You can see those being cool.
Yeah, I'm sure some of that stuff will go on sale eventually, but it won't not until whatever sales next year.
So during the Tron HasLab, well, we're not talking about any crowd funds because they pretty much are, none of them, they all funded except for, I think that Icon Heroes Fangs is still out there, but it's not making much waves. It's got a week left.
Pledged.
Yeah.
When you mentioned Tiamat earlier, I thought about the Mythic Legions dragon. Does anyone know where that's at in the production cycle?
Well, let me put it to you this way, Eric. If they can't get figures out in 2 years, I don't think you're seeing that dragon for a while.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't back it. I was just curious if that's already out yet.
I ordered figures off of this Rising Moon, I think, wave, or whatever the wave with the bear, that original bear. I ordered that, and that was November 20. I want to 3, and still not seen it. And the crazy part that bugs me is and their stuff's okay, right? Like, but how do they have some in stock figures, periodically, like this mice dude and all that kind of stuff, these super special figures, these full waves or whatever, but then that's one they supposedly announced produce. I mean, how far out is their production?
Yeah.
So I just can't see that 17, I think it's only 6 feet, right? The dragon is what we were told. There's no way it's 6 feet, but it's 6 feet.
Yeah.
And how long will it take to produce that dragon? I don't know. I think that's a decade.
Did anyone hear back that?
No. All right. Anyways,
I would have loved to if I had like $1 million, but
yeah, Scar Squadron is cool. It's a clone stormtrooper. Yeah, you know what? This is where I think, I guess we will. Okay, so I made this slide. It's retail or discount, right? Like, I guess the idea is like we just have a little bit of the conversation, anyways. A lot of stuff showing up at retail. I'm seeing a lot of like NECA now, and me and Dan were talking offline about how does a company like that, they're not a publicly traded company, so you don't know any of their numbers, right? But the things that you do know are like stores like Walmart and Target don't rent space in their stores, so pretty much the items you see in those retail stores, belong to them. So if you think a NECA sells for what, like $30,
40 now.
Yeah, okay. Because I did this thing where I was just asking about like prices, and with ChatGPT went through a bunch of stuff and figured out, telling me that basically like a big box retailer is gonna the company is gonna establish a manufacturer suggested retail, and the big box retailer is gonna get it somewhere between 40 to 60% less than manufacturer suggested retail. So that means a $28 figure from Hasbro or a $40 figure from NECA is 40 to 60% less, right? And that varies. I mean, I didn't pull the whole thing, but it says it varies based on the big box retailer being able to make money when they put it on sale, or to not lose money when they have to like ditch the products, right? Because they shrink wrap everything and sell them at liquidators or whatever. So Ross is buying all the liquidated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if a figure that's in store costs like say $30 or $25, Target's paying say $12. What is the actual manufacturing cost, right? Like,
what's the cost of goods sold?
Right. Is that like, to me,
it can't be any more than if it's a 12. If Target's buying it for 12, I can't imagine Hasbro, let's say it's a Hasbro product, can't be paying more than 6,
right,
to make it and have it all when it's all done.
Right.
To make it, marketing, like everything that wrapped up, $6, because they got to at least
transporting
be
it.
money. But
yeah,
they probably are making more. It's probably only $2 to $3 to make that figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's why like these HasLabs where they're putting the cost on like collectors to like make it, basically pay for all the production. I don't know why like a markup has to be the same as or more than you would pay like at a big box retailer, right?
Yeah.
It's not a $30 figure at that point. It's
because money,
right? Yeah, because money. But there's more money for them, right?
Well, they've also got to have a deal with. I think it has to go the other direction too. Like Target, Walmart, Amazon, all these companies say if the suggested retail you want us to charge is $24.99, then you also, Hasbro, cannot sell any of your figures on your own websites or your own things for less than that $24.99.
But if it's an exclusive product like a HasLab, they likely don't have any say on that. That would the reason they probably don't.
Yeah, but the figures that come in that pack have to be evaluated at the $24.99.
But they don't share those the breakout of those costs. People just figure, okay, this is like some exclusive figure in a HasLab, so the equivalent price, whether it's a standard or deluxe figure in whatever line, is this. So we're kind of equating it that way, which is rational, but they don't break it out like that. And like other retailers can't have a say on that. It would just blow back in Hasbro's face if
they didn't.
If they went down the path of marking things down further on a HasLab. Because it would set people's expectations accordingly that things should be cheaper, and that would cause much bigger problems for them. And like, let's face it, they want more money.
That makes sense. I get it. I understand that, like making the price comparable to what it is at a retail store so that you maintain that. So with the NECA, right, and the Hasbro, what I've seen in people's pictures and seen are those retro card backs are just taking up Ross space right now.
Oh yeah,
and NECA figures. So
for sure,
I was looking at the quarter earnings from Hasbro, right? Like just kind of like trying to get an idea of like how does a company there's no public information, just so you know, on like say NECA or McFarlane, because they're not publicly traded companies. They're not required to post earnings reports or anything like that. So the only speculation that you can get is from like import data and all that kind of stuff based on what those companies are importing. So everything that I looked at showed like NECA was about a $20 million a year company, and so was McFarland. That was what they gauge. Okay, so how does a company like that stay in business
Stay afloat
if Targets and Walmarts decide, well, we keep having to like resell your stuff at liquidation, right? So it's not worth having in our store anymore.
Yeah, why would we bother getting the next wave?
That's why a lot of those companies tend to lay people off frequently.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with Super 7, right? Is like you don't see a whole lot of Super 7 in these big box stores anyways, but the ones you do, they're overpriced. They always stick around, and they're even closing their store in San Diego, so they're not going to have that store here anymore.
And now it's happening with the Funko Pops. Like,
right?
How many times now have you walked in and that whole clearance aisle is Funko Pops? You know?
Right? Yeah, and they're not moving.
Yeah.
So,
and the company's going under now, I guess, or they're selling it or doing something, right?
Right. So if you look at like this was a ChatGPT breakdown of information, and I just grabbed that really quickly, but it basically was like, I'll give you an idea of the quarters or whatever, or what it actually said. It was saying that over the previous 3 quarters, the consumer products, which was action figures, have been a drag on the company. And they said that like for the most part, the only winners for them in that consumer space was G.I. Joe and like maybe Marvel when it's paired with like a movie. So if G.I. Joe is the brand that they were counting on, and they've been doing a lot of these carded figures over the last year, but all those carded figures are at Ross, has that been like a false sense that the G.I. Joe brand has been strong?
Well, we'll see. I mean, aside, like, you're never going to get detailed financials on specific product lines, even with public companies, right? But you're going to see the effects of this in terms of like lagging indicators being products that get released a year or 2 out. You're right. What we're seeing right now is a result of, what's happened in the market in the past like 2 years, right? So
right.
they don't have the ability to be so agile to pivot on a dime. These things take so long to produce that you don't end up seeing the effects of what's going on for another like year or 2.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because like when I'm reading their quarterly earnings, right, they blame the last quarters down on like basically the tariffs, and that retailers were holding off buying like their Christmas stock until like this quarter. So that's what they blamed it on. But previous, they were saying that Marvel and G.I. Joe was strong. And I think that retailers were like making it strong because they were like, oh, a Fantastic Four movie, we're going to get all those figures, right? They're going to do that. But did they really perform as well as they anticipated? I mean, I'm not seeing those at Ross, right? The Fantastic Four figures, I feel like sold out.
Yeah. Well, that may just be because they like dialed back the production.
It could
be. They a little bit, but yeah, it's what really scares me is, given what we've just been talking about, the 50th anniversary of Star Wars is in 2027. So with all the tariffs, like changes and whatnot going on right now, how the heck is that going to impact 50th anniversary merchandise?
Well, right? Yeah, here's where like I almost feel like you shouldn't even be hedging your bets on 50th anniversary merchandise, because I feel like I wonder about this licensing thing, like Jonathan saying they're paying like all this money for license. Do you think that Disney just told Hasbro, well, if you want to make action figures for Marvel, you got to make them for Star Wars? Or do you think Hasbro really, really wanted to keep the Star Wars brand? You know what I mean?
I think they want Star Wars.
There's still money to be made.
They don't act like they're interested in making stuff, though.
Well, Hasbro doesn't act like they're interested.
Not after that last live stream. I know. I feel like every one of their announcements is like what Jonathan said earlier, a new Mandalorian or a new Stormtrooper. I mean, yeah, they did that Darth Vader and Luke on the little platform and stuff, and they did that Anakin and Obi-Wan, which convention exclusive thing, right? But I don't feel like, I mean, yeah, the vintage collection figures, the vintage collection reveals were actually okay. But I feel like with the Black Series, they're just, I feel like it's like they have to do it.
It's all reuse.
Well, yeah. This year was also really interesting because there wasn't like anything live action, right, for Star Wars. So this was an opportunity for Hasbro to do a bit of like everything, catching up on various different characters from throughout the saga, right? Next year's going to be really interesting with at least Mando and Grogu. Starfighter doesn't come out next year, does it? Or is it?
No, but so we get another Mandalorian and another Grogu.
Oh, for sure, but right? but like you've got to figure that the figures and the waves to support that movie are going to dominate the reveals for like the middle half of the year, right?
I'm looking at the Andor figures on clearance now for like $7 at Target. That's cheaper than like Ross, right? For these ones that have been hanging around, and I'm like, what was the last new Black Series that came out? I mean, like new character figure besides Rendar, right? Dash.
Yeah, Dash Rendar was one. Savage Press came out recently. I'd have to go to website.
Nope, nobody that I am familiar with.
You didn't watch? Oh, you didn't watch Clone Wars.
He doesn't watch the cartoons. Yeah.
So
I felt that way when I went into Ross and was looking at their like all of their Black Series and TVC. I'm like, some of them I didn't even see in the store, so I don't even know where they came from because I don't remember seeing them in Walmart or Target or anything. And here they are at the Ross store, and I don't recognize half the characters.
Yeah, I mean Quinlan Voss. I mean these aren't out yet, but there's the Quinlan Voss, Kyle Katarn, Young Dooku. What else? The Bounty Hunter Ventress, but that's not like new figure. The Stranger was brand new, right?
Based on the show. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the show ones, right? But I mean, I feel like all the show ones were new.
There was a Luminara and Shakti. Those came out earlier in the year. I think you're underselling it.
I don't know when they come out and they show Boba Fett again. I mean, that was one of their big reveals in the last couple months, and like
the toe articulation.
And they give you a toe articulation, and then they tell you, and then like within a month, they're revealing the Mandalorian in his screen accurate first episode armor, and then one of the posed pictures, he's on his knee but does not have the toe pivot, and then they tell you in the stream or in the reveal that this figure comes with all the articulation you would come to expect. Well, at this point, I come to expect that toe pivot in all the Mandalorians now.
Well, I hope not, because I'd rather have them invest that money elsewhere because I'm skeptical about.
Well, they already didn't give you the rifle, so I mean, they invested it in an extra hand.
It's limited to the bar scene, so like I still got it. Like it was on sale for $18. That's a steal for what it is. given
right.
prices
it was a
now.
good deal. It's all I wasn't gonna order it. I purposely did not order it because I was like, this thing is not selling out. I was 99% sure they were not selling out of that.
They just capped it because they realized they shot themselves in the foot with the discount on Star Wars toys at the same time, and exclusive figures dropping. Yeah.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It could have been.
Someone at Target headquarters was like, "Oh, I wish right foot talked to left foot on this one. Oops." Yeah.
But Cheers, right. I don't know if you noticed it, Vern, it's yours, but like those G.I. Joes when they first popped up, I don't think they were as much as they were today. Because I bought one today and it was I think $10 or $11.99. Used to be like $6 or $7. The Marvel Legends were still only like $5.99, but those are ones that have been sitting around for a while.
Yeah, my store that carted Beachhead, because I did pick them up, was $8.99. Was $8.99.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and the only reason I got them because I purposely passed on them because I was like, well, I already got Beachhead. I don't need this one. But since he's $8 or whatever, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll grab it for like $8. I'm not. I don't need 5. Right? They were like,
yeah, no.
And then when I saw the snow serpents, I was like, do I want one of these snow serpents? And I carried it around. But the thing is, when I got up to the front, the line in the store was one of those get wrapped. And I was like, no, that's a 45-minute line. And I just ditched it right there.
Yeah, that happens to me. If I've only got one item in my hand, oftentimes I'll go, oh, crap, that line's way too long for one thing. And I'll just put it back.
They are grossly understaffed. Man, so, I wish I had seen it. Because that's who I was looking for with Snow Serpent.
Yeah, so I feel like those earnings reports where they're saying that those brands are strong is like a little bit of false information because I think they base a lot on the retailers buying them. Like Target and Walmart go, oh look, everybody wants a G.I. Joe. Everybody's looking for G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but they already made their money on that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Retailers that take the hit.
Yes, yeah.
So it'll just impact them further down the line when the retailers start buying less.
Yeah, that's where I think we might be headed, right? Where everybody's going to be cutting their trimming and cutting their pocketbooks a little bit. I also think that Targets and Walmarts are going to do the same thing. And then if that happens, then we're going to be right back to 2021, 22, when nobody could get Cobra Island paper unless you paid $100 on eBay. So.
But maybe that results in less retailer exclusives.
Could
positive? It maybe
that would be really nice if there was an alternate way to get a retailer drop, right?
I pitched this to the Hasbro team at Star Wars Celebration a few years ago. It would be nice if you could get like a pay for some subscription service to the figures where you could get all of the exclusives on top of the main line. Sure, you might be like signing yourself up for everything. Maybe you could maybe they could allow you to opt out of like up to like 5 figures a year overall for a line, but that would be a nice option for people to get their hands on some of those hard to find ones.
I get
without having to hunt.
That could be like an interesting thing, right? Like if you are like for me, I don't think I could afford to do that just because it's like, oh, which line do I pick to get everything right? But and plus, I don't even want everything. You know what I mean? I think I would opt out of too much.
See, like I'm mostly for Black Series, I'm gonna get pretty much everything. Like I'm much more focused on Star Wars as like you get a lot.
Well, there was a time where I was getting every Star Wars and I'm almost getting every G.I. Joe. I only opt out of stuff that was like after 87. You know what I mean? Like
and the thing is like the price increase, and I feel like with the Black Series, the decrease in articulation and a little bit of quality is detracting a little bit. That's why I feel like they don't. I mean, I just feel like based on what I've heard from the brand manager, right, that he cares more about the 3 3/4 inch line, obviously, and I feel like he's doesn't really care that much about the quality of the 6-inch line for Star Wars.
Who are you talking about? Steve Evans or
Yes,
or the okay, yeah. With him, yes, I think the guy in the marketing side, Brandon, he has a stronger affinity to Black Series.
Yeah,
for what
it's
it's
different
worth.
because he's not the guy that makes this decision on like ultimate decision on like what characters are going to be made and whether or not they're going to improve articulation or whatever. He's very focused on that 3 3/4-inch line and making improvements on that. That's why I think we will see it in the reveals, why you get that Veers with the upgraded articulation and stuff like that, and why you just get more stormtroopers because they got that body readily available. Just
do you think by the way, with that Veers release, do you think we're getting a new AT-AT?
It might be because it's been like 4 or 5 years since the last one came out.
And they're going to be AT-ATs or AT-ATs in
Mando
in
the
and
next
Grogu.
movie. Can you imagine?
So I have to imagine we're getting a new AT-AT.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate saying this, Eric, but next year you're getting a AT-AT or an AT-AT HasLab. It's going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit bigger than the retail one, but it's going to have like the details that you expect from a HasLab.
So I don't know. So I think I heard that the HasLab next year is going to be Black Series though, and not TVC. I think they're waiting until 2027 to do the next TVC HasLab. I could be wrong. I think that they're going to do something for Black Series again.
Okay, so then they should do a Black Series Razor Crest and tie it into the new Mandalorian.
With what space?
I wouldn't be surprised if you see the HasLab.
Just park it in your 2-car garage.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see the HasLab Mandalorian Razor Crest painted. Is the one in the new movie painted different?
It's got like a stripe on it.
I'm sure there's going to be some deco that's different, but
yeah, there's going to be
Vern, you're right. Even if it's not a HasLab, it'll be a made to order Hasbro exclusive.
The Razor Crest.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Razor Crest too, but the AT-AT. It'll be those will not be on shelves. Period.
Yeah, I don't. There's no way.
With the Hiss tank now coming out, they're gonna take that mold for the Razor Crest and make a retail version.
Oh, absolutely! But it's going to be a Hasbro.
It's going to be the made. Well, it's going to be a made to order, I think. Yeah, just like the white.
And how much will it be?
$450.
How much was the Razor Crest?
$375, I think.
I can't remember.
So it'll be $100 less.
I don't know.
Think no. I think it's going to be $450.
It won't come with all the details.
Come with a flight stand.
Yeah, it won't come with some of the detailing and stuff like that. And it'll come with who's the other guy, the blue guy?
Zeb.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
In that flight suit, yeah.
Yeah.
$400 plus and that $30 whatever it is that they're charging.
Right.
But I want to ask, like, if Walmart and Target, let's say, we'll look at those stores, if they were to order less, say next year, and moving into 2027 order even less, would that mean that their toy aisle would shrink?
No,
John, because the toy aisle would just keep the stuff on their shelf longer before putting it on clearance. So you would just have a longer opportunity to buy Darth Vader and that guy in the half Stormtrooper outfit from Andor.
Or the pegs would just get replaced with more kid stuff.
Right, and if you're Walmart, what they would do is they would just take all the Bix Callens that they got in the back and throw them up on the pegs at full price again, because they didn't realize they already cycled out once.
Yeah,
they go, oh, this is cool. These boxes don't have windows in them. I will tell you that one of the things that I see happening with all the raw stuff is that there are some unscrupulous folks returning these items to Walmart without receipts. Because I see the stuff out at Ross and then when I go to Walmart, I see exactly the same stuff that I could have got at Ross, but it's like on a markdown or something. And I know that like last week, none of that stuff was at Walmart.
Oh,
So
they're buying it at Ross
and then
returning it
taking
to Walmart for the $25. I get you.
but they're not, I'm sure they're not getting $25, but they're getting more than $8.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they figured that out, like figured a way to combat that somehow.
I think that some retailers with like higher end stuff have like a model difference between like stuff like cameras and stuff like that. So you go get this camera and then Walmart has the same camera, but it's like a one model different. I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they have a different model number. Yeah, but there's a
because I will look really closely at those packaging too, and sometimes you can see like the outline of where the sticker might have been.
Yeah,
or something like that. I look really close, and I'm like, okay, I think some of this is happening.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, who were they doing that with? It was like a Captain America or something. I thought I remember them. There was a bunch of them that showed up. I don't remember where I saw it, if it was one of our chats or Instagram, but it was the exact same thing. It was showing up somewhere. Oh, no, it wasn't a Ross. I think it was a clearance. It was a clearance on a Walmart, and it was one that was like super low, but people were returning it for full price at Walmart.
Oh,
like one store has clearanced it out.
Has it on clearance, and the other store doesn't.
Yeah.
That's even shady.
And that was, I mean, that's just bad business on Walmart's part. That was, I don't know how much they lost on those.
But I think, ultimately, if you try to do that enough, you're going to get caught because, like, I read all these stories about these, like, people, they do the thing where they go in there and they got their own stickers to put on the UPCs, then they buy them super cheap and stuff like that. And then it always works out bad for them, at least because I'm reading the article about them, right? So I don't know. I just think, why? You could just turn around and sell that thing on eBay for like the $3 that Walmart's going to give you.
Oh, Shane's got it. I think that's what they did. Because you got to return it without a receipt, right? Because you're not going to have one. So they ID you, and you can only they cut you off if you.
Oh, okay, yeah. But is that only if it's over a certain amount, right? Like, or do they do that for everything?
I think it's anything at this point.
Yeah. And now I was watching some story where there's like these third-party companies that track your returns for big box retailers, and they tell and then it alerts the big box retailer that you're a serial returner at like stuff like yeah, it's crazy. All right. Anyways, bragging camp. Anybody have anything they want to show off or talk about this week?
I have a bit of a rant.
You have
I'll go last.
Okay.
I'll go last.
John's looking around. Is there anything within?
Well, I don't think I showed that I got those last G.I. Joe figures.
Dan, do you have anything?
I don't, man. I got the same beachhead you did, but we've all seen. Oh, that's
cool. Nice.
Suit and sci-fi.
Did you pay full price?
Yeah, I bought them on Amazon. So yeah.
All right, that's going to be my thing from now on. Did you pay full price?
And here's the weird thing: Mainframe was also coming. These two showed up at the door, and Mainframe wasn't in the box. Or there was actually these were all ordered at the same time, but they all came in separate packages. And I looked online for what the heck happened to Mainframe, and it says it's being returned by the carrier's request. So USPS or Amazon delivery or whoever said, "Oh, the box is damaged, so they're returning it."
Oh, okay. Well,
and I'm getting my money back, but I'm like, but I want the damn figure. You know?
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, where did you order them from, John?
Amazon. Those were Amazon.
Was Amazon? Wow. Yeah. Amazon did that?
Was that it, John?
Yeah, that's basically it. I don't have anything else there.
All the
and I will show you the 3 figures that I got at Ross because I was not going to pay full price for them. This guy.
Oh, Zizor. Yeah.
Yep, saw him.
$7.99. There were a bunch of them too. Couldn't believe there was a Mandalorian in there. And he comes with all the articulation that you would expect from a Mandalorian.
A premium figure.
Yeah. he doesn't have an extra hand or a rifle. And then I found this one, and I was kind of glad to find this one because I was like,
I haven't even
I
seen.
almost bought
it's
this
a good
one.
figure.
Yeah, I almost bought it. Just
I haven't
because
even seen that one. Yeah,
and there were two of them. The boxes were really damaged, but I got the best of the two. But I'm still gonna open it. I should have just got the damaged box. All right, Eric.
Okay, real quick on one. I picked up. So I just didn't have a good Norin Red silver.
Is that a little comic that comes with?
Yeah, this is the
yeah
comic one. So I didn't care about that. I just wanted a Norin Red.
No, it's just neat looking little thing that's in there.
So this other thing is not a toy, but I'm going to show it anyway because I'm really happy that I ended up getting this, but I have a bit of a story behind it. So I'm a big fan of Roosevelt's. I've got this Star Wars Christmas Roosevelt sweatshirt. They have been doing some Disney parks exclusive designs that they only sell in the parks. So they released this one for the World Showcase in Epcot. They've got the design behind for Spaceship Earth, the big golf ball, essentially.
And Mickey's dressed as every country, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they've got Mickey's dressed up for every country. So I've seen
the stuffed animals as you walk around. They have the stuffed Mickeys and they have T-shirts with different outfits. Yeah.
So I got that off a scalper on eBay, but those sold out. So those sold out real quick. So I ended up getting the weekend they went on sale. I waited until I saw the first reasonable seller on eBay to pull the trigger. But they sold out in the parks, and I was asking the seller for an update when it was shipping because I started to get nervous. It went a week without any updates, and they just ghosted me for a while up until last Sunday. They responded and they said, "Oh, sorry. I ended up not having as many as I thought I had available. Sorry." So this person said they had 10 of them. I think there were 8 left when I bought. They I think just realized that they all the shirts sold out in the parks, so they decided to try and renege on the order so that they could list it later for a higher price.
Oh yeah,
because they're all sold out. And the person went back and forth. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I said, "Well, apology not accepted." You said you had, you said you had these, whatever. I suggest you find some other scalper to get the shirt from to fulfill my order. And they're like, "Oh, well, we'll get, I'll keep going every day and see if I can get some." I said, "Good luck." Everyone in the Roosevelt's Facebook group says they're all sold out. And this person said, "Oh, don't believe that. I go every day. I don't care what your Facebook group says." So the next day when they were still sold out, they said, "Oh, I got one and I'll ship it to you tomorrow." They didn't ship it to me tomorrow, which would have been last Monday. They shipped it out Tuesday. So what? So I got this earlier today. Thankfully, it was actually packed, but surprisingly, so when they sell these in the stores in the park, they have them hung up. The way it was shipped to me was still in a sealed plastic container from the manufacturer. So this person is either a cast member or a family member, friend of a cast member that's scalping. Go ahead, Fern.
How do you know that's not a counterfeit shirt?
They're good question. I brought up and compared the material, and there's no reasonable way that they could counterfeit this quickly, this specific design that only released this quick. There are other telltale signs and decals and whatnot. Yeah, with enough time, anyone could produce a counterfeit, but there's no reasonable way anyone would have been able to do that in this kind of short order.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, no, reasonable question. But yeah, this I I'm kind of torn on how I handle eBay feedback with this scalper, because I ended up getting the item, but I've never had a worse experience with an eBay seller before. I feel like I still need to go scorched earth on this person.
I think that like there's like the little stars where you could like in the comments just go, yeah, this shirt was delivered with some delay, whatever, and you can still
Worst
maintain a like
communication problem. Yeah,
but then just give them
yeah.
one
Oh, yeah.
star on
You
communication.
don't, yeah, and you don't have to give them a positive. Like you can do that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we make you wait
Neutral.
a period
Neutral.
of time for a negative, but you can do that neutral thing and then
Yeah.
rate the product or,
Yeah.
or maybe the customer service as 1 star.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
product is good.
The problem with eBay is that like if they got a lot of like positive feedback, they can contest a negative or a neutral review and get it completely removed.
Yeah, so this
Not
person
easily.
has 100% they only have like 375 sales, but 100% positive. So I thought it was going to be safe.
I mean,
this bum tried screwing over the wrong person.
Yeah, I know, especially because he sent you the product, right? Like if he never fell through, I think eBay wouldn't like let him ditch the review, right? But because he like
ended up fulfilling the order,
they're gonna look at it and go, okay, well, you did the business part of it, so they'll probably, you know what I mean. But if you, there's different ways to leave negative feedback, in my opinion.
But experience with this shirt, getting this shirt and this brand in particular, is just kind of leaving me a bit disillusioned with the brand, because it's just one of those like FOMO marketing strategies where it's all limited quantity exclusive stuff, and it's always unreasonably stressful to get anything. And it's just like I don't have the capacity to rant about this kind of crap anymore. I just want to share this experience because I was infuriated.
No, I get it. I mean, like, did you were you did you get on any lists to get the Jordans?
The Jordans?
There were some Jordans that were dropping.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Yesterday or today or whatever.
I'm not a shoe guy.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Me either.
Oh no.
I just know somebody signed up at 5 different places so they can get the shoe drop.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is it a Star Wars Michael Jordan shoe? Is that what's going
on? No, I just
no, but like shoe stuff is the same kind of situation, and there's there's a similar kind of brand of Roosevelt's for like kids pajamas called Little Sleepies that my wife gets for stuff for my kids, and it's the same kind of strategy. Everything's like limited production run,
of course,
limited quantity, high stress, big resale community.
Well, what Roosevelt should do is they should say, these are our exclusive shirts that you can only get during this drop, and then a month later just put them up all on their website.
Well, they do some restocks, and they've been better about that in recent years, but it's still like
they got to take a note from Hasbro and some of these other companies. Just
Overall,
because they call it an exclusive doesn't mean it has to be exclusive to anything.
Yeah. They're stricter about for what it's worth. Like by your definition of exclusive, they're much stricter to that.
With my definition, which is also Merriam-Webster's definition.
Yeah. The actual definition.
Yeah.
And dictionary.com's definition. Yeah.
But in any case,
I try to go to those obscure places to get my definitions because I don't want them to be like the standard definition.
Yeah. John, if you see this, if you see this shirt in the park next time you go, get it.
I won't be there anytime soon, so it'll be definitely be gone.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's been there was that time when I went to Disney 2 weeks in a row. Like I went like on a Monday or something, then I went back the following Tuesday. I was shocked at like how different some of the stores were, because I went in there on the Monday, and let's just say they had the Roosevelt Darth Vader one where he's got his lightsaber, and they had a couple of different pictures of Darth Vader or something, and there was like 20 at each store. Like you go down Main Street and there's 20 in that store. You go to Star Tours, there's the rack's full there. You go to where Tron is and the rack's full there. And you go into like one of the stores in Galaxy's Edge and it was full of them. And then the next Tuesday I walk in, all those shirts were gone at every single store.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, and not only was like half the merchandise gone, but they also had all this 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back stuff and hats and shirts and book bags and cups and mugs. And I'm going, what the crap? Like, none of this was here last week. Where did it all come from? And then it's like, and all the stuff that was here that you were thinking about, like, maybe I'll get that now that I'm back, is all gone. So I'm like,
Calpers.
I was blown away by like just the changeover in stock in just like 1 week.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm convinced that with the shirts and hats and things, like if you don't buy it when you see it, it's gone. Toys are still there. The toys are there for years, but it's like these hats and shirts, they're if you don't buy it when you see it, they're gone.
So before I forget, since you reminded me with the 40th and going back to the topic of thinking for the 50th, Vern, for some episode in the future, we should do some forecast into like what happens with the 50th anniversary of Star Wars and what happens after that.
I just think they're going to put a logo on the packaging. Nothing's going to happen.
No, I think there's going to be some special stuff. I'm thinking more along the lines of, I'm hearing a lot more talk of collectors just checking out after the 50th anniversary, saying, like, I'm just waiting for 50th merch and I'm toast. Like, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that, like,
what's it going to take?
You're saying that all the people who are like going to be 60 are going to be out after 50 years of making that their. I don't see that happening.
We'll see.
I love it over 50 years. No, I don't love it anymore.
I'm done. Change my mind. I take it back.
Yeah, we could do that. We won't do a spreadsheet though. We're not doing spreadsheets.
No.
Spreadsheet? Yeah.
No spreadsheets. Somebody else can do the spreadsheet. All right, here's the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. What are you guys watching this week that is keeping you busy?
I watched this, Knives Out. Yeah.
Oh, don't talk about that. I want.
Yeah, it's on our list this weekend.
A new Knives Out mystery, and let me tell you how it ends.
Oh, it starts out great.
It was actually Benoit Blanc.
And then you know what? This show Roofman is about a guy who lives in Toys R Us.
This is with Peter Dinklage too, right?
I think so. So he's like, I think he's a criminal or something. And he hides out inside of like a Toys R Us or something like that.
Yeah,
it's on my list of things to watch. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna watch both of those. Anybody watching anything else that?
I just got caught up with the first half of the Stranger Things final season.
Okay.
So
has everybody seen the new Stranger Things? Dan?
Yep.
Yeah.
I caught up on Welcome to Derry too. Wow.
All right. Oh, yeah, you guys were talking about that last week. Him and Dean were talking about that Welcome to Derry, and I think I put him in this little thing, and I made myself really small. I was like, I got nothing to say here.
Yeah. I haven't been watching that Derry thing either. I might, now that it's all over, right? It's all done.
Is it? Was it the last one?
Or is next week the last one? I don't know.
I mean, the way they left it off, I don't think that was the season finale, but if it was, it's kind of.
I can't watch any of that. It freaked me out as a kid, and I just knew not for me.
Yeah, they went overboard. There's definitely some cringy scenes in there.
So this guy that played Shang-Chi, he's going to have a new show that's going to premiere right after Christmas. All 7-8 episodes are going to drop on Peacock like the day after Christmas, called The Hard Drive Man or The Beta Man or something like that. I can't really remember the corduroys dude. But he's like a spy, supposedly has some sort of a chip, and it like transmits everything that he sees real time or something like that. And from the trailer, it looked like he got accused of espionage or whatever, and then they try to figure out who's trying to set him up, that type of a thing. So it looks pretty good.
Huh. Oh, what was that called?
I can't remember. I came up with 4 different titles that I thought were close.
Yeah. The Copenhagen test.
There it is. The Copenhagen effect. That's close to the corduroy man.
Yeah. It starts with
all right, I'll watch it. I like Simu Liu.
Chicken guy.
Landman. I haven't watched any of Landman.
No, I tried to watch that first episode of the first season and was like, I don't think this is for me, so I just didn't continue. But if people think it's really good, maybe I'll give it another shot. But
I think it's probably one of those things that you gotta like get past the beginning of it, because last week we watched this Western called The Abandons on Netflix and like binged it. No, it was actually.
Was it good? Okay.
So I haven't watched it yet, but it's not like top tier cinema or anything. But if you're interested, there's a sequel to a movie that just came out recently. Troll 2 just came out on Netflix. It's a Norwegian movie.
Yeah.
Is it done?
Troll and Troll 2 are recommended.
You can watch with the different settings. So I'll watch it with Norwegian with the English subtitles, but yeah. But yeah, I like the first one.
Bad. They did a pretty okay job dubbing.
There's another similar type of movie. I think it's on Amazon called Troll Hunter. That one's good too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then there was the Supergirl trailer.
Oh yes.
Is there?
Who watched the Supergirl trailer?
I did. No, I feel. I feel super excited about that. It gives me Guardians vibes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what people were saying online. They were like, "Oh, Supergirl's just going to be
Star-Lord,
and you know what the thing is? The problem is because the trailer played that Blondie song through it, and then just showed her in kind of a state of angst, right? But
that's true to the source material for the movie, right? Like
right. But it was. But it's apparent that like, so she went through something different than it's going to be because she went through a different thing than like Superman did, right? He was sent off as a kid.
Yeah, she was older,
family,
right?
And she lived through the slow destruction of Krypton or Argon, which makes me wonder if this city in the bottle is going to like exist in this DCU.
Yeah, Brainiac's and he's got the city in the bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's like what happens later, like she goes through this whole thing and maybe we find out at the end.
Well, I'm sure he had a hand in it, right?
Oh, probably, right. He had something to do with it.
Speaking of James Gunn and his DC plan, do you think that if they finally it looks like it's going to be signed off and go?
Wait, which deal?
The Netflix
Skydance. No, okay. Isn't Skydance Paramount trying to undercut them with the hostile takeover?
So I think that Netflix has a couple of things going against them, right?
Well, regardless, I don't care who buys it. If a streaming service buys it, are they going to honor Gunn's contract?
It doesn't. No. Your question doesn't work because Paramount's the other buyer, and they're a movie.
I think.
Well, what I'm saying is, would they let Gunn go through with making the movie? Yes. Or would they hire a different person and start over?
Well, hold on. So if it's Netflix, I'm more optimistic about them letting James Gunn do his thing, right? And whatnot. If it's Skydance and Paramount, I'm less optimistic about the future for DC because there's a precedent already. They got rid of Colbert. Right.
Yeah, why wouldn't they just start over?
James Gunn is very much against the right of this country, and the guy who is behind Skydance is Larry Ellison's son from and they're all maggots. So sorry.
So the problem here lies in that it's not just a decision about one company deciding who they want to sell to. They also have a entity that is a government entity that helps them, that's going to be part of that decision making process, right?
That's what I mean.
So, but to go back to John's question, if Netflix gets the deal, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. If you just stack up James Gunn's like box office numbers versus say like Zack Snyder's box office numbers, right?
Yeah.
For the same topics or whatever, you're definitely going with the guy who's going to be making money. And I think if Paramount is actually willing to up their ante a little bit, they've seen the success of the Superman. They kind of have an idea of the roadmap. I don't think they're ditching the guy either.
Yeah.
Too many successes.
I can see both sides of it, but I could see Netflix continuing with it because they would love to have an outlet to get into theaters. So they would then be making theater revenue on top of their streaming. And then they would also make a bunch of tie-in shows that would be on streaming only on Netflix, and they would have this entire DC universe.
No,
both movies and TV. And whereas like some other company, I could see them just going, you know what? Screw all the movies. We're just going to start completely over with DC and do our own thing.
No, I think you can get shows anyways, because HBO's already was working on shows for next year. Jonathan's saying that if Netflix buys it, Schneider could be back, but after his Netflix success of his Star Wars, I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
nobody even watched the director's cuts.
Yeah,
that ship sailed, and even if they tried to bring him back, it's not like Henry Cavill's coming back.
The 47 minutes of farming in that Star Wars movie that Zack Snyder did put me to sleep.
Yeah, I loved that part too. That was my favorite.
I never knew that's how you cut hay with that little curve.
Yeah.
All right. So the last thing I will mention is I started a movie. I stopped it because then I started thinking, is that me? It's John Travolta did a movie a few years ago, and it just finally popped up in my queue. It's called The Fanatic. Has anybody seen it or heard of it?
Who's in that? The Fanatic. I'll have to look that up.
So he's a guy that
or you said Travolta.
Apparently like a kind of a nerdy little kind of guy or whatever, like collector, autograph seeker. And he ends up like focusing on his action star hero and stalks him and stuff like that. And I basically made it through like the first 15 minutes like, is that me when I'm getting ready to go to Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Figuring out what he's going to wear to the signing, practicing what he's going to say to these celebrities. Oh, man. It was bad. But I thought I mentioned it was funny. It was so funny. It was bad. I couldn't watch anymore after like 15 minutes.
That was it.
Dan drank the Kool-Aid.
Nope. Never.
All right. Gun Superman just broke even.
I watched
all of them, and Peacemaker, so
they were all awesome. Couldn't agree less.
Oh my gosh, Rebel Moon is so good.
You guys are letting them have it today.
Oh yeah, it did. It was really bad. All right. DC. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, let's see. Here is the Hot or Not section. These are the toys revealed you didn't know you needed. Get your pocketbooks out because after this, you're going to be broke for the rest of the weekend. Maybe we should do this on Sunday so people have a chance to go out to dinner before like ordering all the figures that they need.
After Christmas.
And the big Star Wars reveal was the Snowtrooper. Yay! Commander.
With all the articulation you've come to expect from him.
What was different about this than the regular guy? Oh, yeah, they put his little pauldrons upside down. That's a new deco on his chest.
Huh.
Something like that, right?
Sure.
And he comes with like a holster. This guy comes with a holster and a pistol. Did everybody order it? John, how many did you order?
0.
I got it through that 3-pack. So
okay. The Commander. This is the Commander, though.
Yeah, the Commander was in the 3-pack.
Oh, so this is just a rehash.
This is single carded release.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was an all new figure. That's what they made me feel like. All right. What about Usual Mike? I mean, General Veers.
Nope.
I got Veers. Because I'm hoping they do a new AT-AT.
Did you see the video that I made for Twitter?
I want these figures, but I don't want to pay $20 for them.
Here, hold on. Let me see. I'll find it. When this figure came out, when they showed this picture, I was like, Usual Mike got a figure? You guys know Usual Mike, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you send that to Mike?
I posted it and tagged him on it, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Usual Veers it is," or something was what he said, or something like that.
That's funny.
General Usual Mike Veers it is.
I don't think like when you take the helmet off,
no, it looks different.
It didn't look like Julian Glover, but with the helmet on, I see the face at least.
Yeah, and I just look at this and I say, "Oh, is that Usual Mike in the news?" All right. How many? Who ordered this one? Hands? Nobody? Okay. Now this I thought was the best reveal.
Yeah, this one I really want too. I'd love to have this, but on that card back, it looks great, but I don't want to pay $20. So I'm waiting.
The thing is, then they folded the wings away right away and didn't kind of show them off. And they make me feel like they're like the Wasp, where they just go into pegs on their back and there's not really a whole lot of articulation in the wing.
There probably isn't. They just move up and down. Yeah. Isn't that how the old ones didn't even move, did they?
I don't know. But I thought it was pretty good. And this is all going back. What was that playset piece that they had? Was that supposed to go with this guy, or is that going to be for something else?
Oh, I don't know. Was it?
I don't know. Nobody watched the stream?
I didn't get to watch it.
No, I didn't actually get to watch it.
Well, even if you watch it today, it's exactly like watching it live because it's pre-recorded.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well then.
Whether or not
all right, and then Greedo, and they couldn't even bother to take another picture. Like they were bragging about how this guy, this photographer, went and took this picture, and then they just rehashed the HasLab Cantina picture for their big reveal.
Oh, I see. You mean the figure picture in the
and I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I get it.
You mean the figure, yeah.
Yeah, I get that you're going to release this guy, right? This always been the intent, but I mean,
but my question is the guy on the card back? Does that looks cloth to me? His vest?
No, it's the same. It's the same figure. Yeah, it's the same figure. They just didn't give him a cup like he came in the HasLab, and he's getting a new card back. He's getting the original card back.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking to myself, like, you couldn't even let people have their HasLab for a year before announcing the figure. That's good or bad. If you got the HasLab, maybe you want it so you don't have to open your special one.
Yeah.
If you kept it open, or if you kept it sealed, up until this point,
you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't have to open it." But if you opened it and you're like, "Mother,"
I had a little bit of that sentiment, but like whatever.
I was telling Dean the other day, I was like, the problem is if you don't open the one that came with the HasLab, Greedo's not going to have a cup.
Yeah.
Because the HasLab one comes with a cup.
But did he shoot first?
Not in the original.
Just kidding.
Listen, in 2027, you will get to see who shot first.
Jeez, Cap.
What the hell is this?
I know. What's going on?
Well, he said something about Millie Alcock not even being attractive for another reason to not see Supergirl. And personally, I don't think every woman or actress or whatever should be judged solely based on looks. I think that's inappropriate. So,
well, personally, from my perspective, I'm like 55, and I'm not even like really looking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh no,
like,
I know, but sadly, too many people out there, I think, just look at whether or not they're, a perfect 10. So
oh well, let's see how
they're,
the person acts
I
and
yeah.
carries the character.
Well, yeah, I think your values are out of whack if you think women should just be judged on their attractiveness. Yes, I think that. That doesn't reflect on these guys, but I think that.
And Stormtrooper Crazy Eye.
Another figure that we didn't need.
How many times have we got Clone Commander Wolf?
I want to say 100.
Yeah,
but this one's going to be a Disney Store exclusive.
This is a Disney Store.
That's why it's going to be different.
Well,
Jonathan's picking an actor that I won't even watch.
What?
Because it's like, can't act.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is at least the second time they've done Wolf, but they did him on the new body. They said the only difference with Plo Koon, right, is the gauntlets. So they're keeping him more for Clone Wars era. So if you really want Plo Koon with the Clone Wars like gauntlet, and I think they redid his wrist for the ball jointed wrist.
Now I gotta ask
a
question because I've been looking at a lot of these Acolyte figures at Ross, and I feel this is one of those Acolyte bodies.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
I'm looking at the belt. Why, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The biggest criticism I have with this is TVC is getting capes. Why can't Black Series get capes?
Oh no, for
Jedi.
You can't make clothes that big.
Didn't the last one?
Well, they did it with all the Acolyte figures. People were saying to go to Ross
too much
or
of a giveaway.
Ollie's to get the Yords and repurpose all those capes for all of your other prequel era Jedi.
Then you would recognize that this body's just a reprint of Acolyte figures.
Yeah.
They're just put a head and hands on there. Yeah.
Except the forearm. I think the forearm would be.
Oh yeah, maybe right because of
the forearm, the hands, and the head obviously are different, but yeah.
Does he only have one spike on his breathing apparatus?
No, it's there. It's just blended in with the picture.
With the yeah, I see it now. You're right. Yep. It's angled right where along the fold.
And here are the two stormtroopers where they're probably the same stormtrooper, just one's covered up with the cloth.
I fast forwarded through the replay of this and I didn't really look at what was under Misty, the one with the cape.
They didn't really show him without it.
I thought they did. I thought they did, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to display it with the cape, so I don't really. Yeah. This is the good. See, this is good reuse because this
are these guys in the? I haven't read this. Is
comics.
These guys in the comics?
Yeah, this is.
How did I miss this? Which one are they in?
The Star Wars. The main
I
one.
have the other two, so I'm definitely going to pick these guys up, but I'm going to be waiting for some type of a sale.
Oh, they did these before.
They did Creel and then Mike.
Yeah. So I got both of those.
So the only one that they haven't, the only main one that they haven't done is the one on the far left in this picture. The big one called Juke. Who's like a big.
I don't know what happened to me.
He's a big beefy dude. So
he's the Iron Man of the.
Yeah, great idea.
Cool. They're cool. So in the comics, they're called Star Squadron or Task Force 99. So it's like an evolution off of what I think the Bad Batch was supposed to be.
I guess I'm not caught up on that. Yeah, I haven't read the post Return of the Jedi stuff yet at all.
No, so they're before. So they recruit the one guy, Sergeant Creel, the one with the orange pauldron who has the lightsaber. They got him from the like gladiator pits on Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, neat.
Like, so I think they recruited him after like Boba Fett brought or was trying to get Han Solo back because he lost him in between Empire and Jedi in Carbonite. So he went to those fighting pits, and that's when like Boba Fett was decked out in all black as a disguise.
I remember that. I remember he was dressed in black.
So,
yeah, I remember that.
So these guys are present pre-Return of the Jedi in the comics.
Yeah. So they're okay. Maybe I just have. I've got like at least 30 in a stack here to read. So I'm way back.
I've
been trying to catch up on the GI Joe and Transformers stuff because I was also 20 or 30 behind on that too.
All right, so this is Mythic Legions trying to get into the GI Joe classified arena. No, I don't know. Some sort of a Star Commander, or is this a Cosmic Legions, or
it looks like
military, whatever? Apparently, the Toylanta exclusive is going to be the unpainted head, and then the extra gauntlets, like the sleeveless gauntlets. This guy's kind of cool for kind of the accessories, but I don't know if I have to wait 4 years.
Well, that, and if it's a mythic, is it going to be $60, $50?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit expensive, probably. Still looks pretty cool.
Yeah, not bad.
And then
Fruity Pebbles
and Cocoa Pebbles. I think these are going up for pre-order this week or something like that.
They look just like the cartoons.
They do.
This is AI. No, I'm just messing around.
Would AI put in like noticeable like cuts for articulation?
Yeah, the problem is because if they were real, they would have the right number of fingers, but you can see they only got like 4 fingers.
Good giveaway.
I've asked AI, give me an action figure based on da-da-da-da, and it does have the articulation in the
Now, if Jada's going to do these Flintstones characters, do they need to make the car?
Yeah.
That would be a good
Jada Lab.
Jada already did make the car, didn't they? Don't they have they have a diecast Flintstone?
All right, I have to.
Whatever his
wait, didn't one of you guys do that on points of articulation?
Dean has it. Dean, I believe, has it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Didn't he?
I think so.
I want to say someone did the Flintstones car.
I think it was Dean. Yeah, did a good job too.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, we're gonna take off.
All right, Dan. All right. See you next week.
Have a good weekend.
All right, bye. So these are more Street Fighter, I guess.
Is that a Chun-Li?
I think so. And then they had one of each of these 52 toys.
Whoa.
I don't know. I've never had one, never seen them before, so I'm just curious, right? Big light. They look good. I just don't know.
Oh, and there was the Street Fighter trailer
too. Yeah, and this is Ryu, I think, alternate version. And then this is they're 7-inch figures or something like that. So in art 112. Right?
Okay.
Oh, they have a monkey?
Yeah. I pulled that picture. They have quite a few different Batmans too. Looks good, man, but I'm just not. If anybody has one or whatever, I'd like to know what the quality of that is.
So the others, Christian Bale, but is that just forced perspective, or is the other one just that much taller?
Your guess is as good as mine. I saw somebody posting and said, but why is it like 7 inches? Right? Like, so I don't know.
I think it looks like it might be just the perspective. Yeah, the Christian Bale one is just a little further back
behind him. Yeah, and so is the monkey.
Could be that they're just.
But that's probably not a good way to picture these and trying to demo the scale. So.
Oh, Jonathan saying that Arkham Origins Batman upset them because it's 7.68 inches, but it's under the 1/12 brand. So they just made that one bigger. Looks like, yeah, weird. Anyways, here's McFarlane. He's got to crank out all his figures. Did you guys want to spend $250 on this Batcave thing?
No.
Yeah, it's 250 bucks.
He's really milking it before the line ends, right?
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
And then these are Yamaguchi getters. They have one of each color.
I've never heard of this.
It's Asian, Japanese, whatever.
Yeah, looks neat.
And then a couple more McFarlanes. I did find that Superman Hush at Ross, and $12.99. This is actually the one that was designed for Ross, right? Because it came on the card with nothing else. The only thing is, I wish that I'm gonna heat that up so I could get the cape to like hang out a little bit more. But otherwise, I think they're pretty decent. I just wish that they sized. You know, that's the problem with McFarlane. I just wish that they were 6-inch figures.
Just gotta wait for Mattel.
Yeah. And then this is from Big Bad Workshop. This is like a reveal off their Monster Force. It's something that's coming. The other thing I thought was interesting was, have you guys seen this Toy Collector magazine?
Was that last one based off Sydney Sweeney?
No.
Sorry.
But I'm like, where do you get this magazine except for like ordering it on Big Bad Toy Store or some other shops, right? Where like you can't get it. Have you ever seen this magazine, John, in a comic book store?
Not in a store or anything. No. But I have seen pictures of Toy Collector before. Like people.
Yeah.
I've seen the guy on I think Toy Anxiety.
Okay.
And I think he said he distributes into some Walmarts regionally and some bookstores and whatnot and grocery stores even. But it's all just it depends on the region and whatnot.
I'm gonna have to go look at Barnes and Nobles or something like that. But anyways, like the reason why I put this up here was because this cover caught my eye because it said Big Bad Workshop debuts new high adventure 1/12 scale line. And there's that figure with the snake. And I know they don't look like those 12-inch G.I. Joes, but if they're going to do something like an adventure team type figure, I think I'm in for all of them.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that could be really like to me, that's a really cool concept. So I'm feeling like, is this guy coming with a snake? Is that the deal? I got to know more. You know what I mean? Tell me more. Yeah. And then are we getting like the hunt for the mummy? Are we getting like those types of like things later on? That would be the throwback that I would.
1/12 is 6-inch figures, right?
Yes. Yeah. So this is kind of what I always wish like Hasbro would do with their G.I. Joes is like make the adventure team figures.
Yeah, remember they had the adventure team storybooks ones?
Yeah, and if they just came out with adventure team line, I would be so happy. But I feel like this may be the closest thing I'm going to get right now, because after the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, I'm out.
Well, I know I won't be out, or I don't think I'll be, despite my wife's best efforts. But yeah, it sounds like some people will, and just naturally based on age, I'm sure there will.
Yeah, at some point, right?
Check out. Yeah.
Well, I'm becoming a bitter old man and upset at all the price increases because I remember back when I was a child, they were all $1. And everything was $1. Why can't it all be $1 too?
And you know what? It wasn't $1.
No, but you know.
When you remember everything was like $1 or the Star Wars figures were like $2, you were still getting a scoop of ice cream at Thrifty's for a nickel.
Yeah, exactly.
But I remember, I remember as a kid
perspective
seeing like the Power of the Force 2 figures at Walmart and Toys R Us going for like $4 or $5, just bins of them.
Yeah, and gas back in the mid 80s was like 40 cents a gallon. So Let's put all that into perspective too.
I'm gonna say this to my kids. I remember when gas was under $1 a gallon.
Yeah.
I'm not buying gas these days either. So
there's a movie where I saw the video where they were like, Die Hard, when the police officer is going to look at Nakatomi Tower or whatever. Yeah. You can see a gas station and gas is like 90 something cents a gallon or something like that. Yeah.
It's
kind of cool. Anyways, that's all the reveals I got this week.
Rotary phones.
Yeah.
We still have our rotary phone. It's in the antique display over my dad's.
We need to make a video telling people how it works.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one rant from, was it Rush Hour 4, about the like, you have the right to remain silent, which means you can shut up. And but I think it was like one guy was saying like, I'm not gonna call no Afghani ass like one, two, and like that reference just does not hold up nowadays. I can't wait to show that movie to my kids and be like, what the heck is character talking about? Sorry, went off on a weird tangent.
That's all right.
We still call it gas. We call them both gas.
We do.
Petrol. Sorry.
Yeah.
I will never call it petrol. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on the Toy Duo team.
It's technically gasoline. We just shorten it to gas.
John, he wasn't even listening to me. Oh, it's not even playing.
When you addiction and your shelves are overflowing. When you don't know what new is coming.